One thing I want to talk about real quick that's not the good old days and is actually the good old future is this. So there was a TED Talk. Google was doing I think they're working together with Samsung on these, right? And for the longest time, like, I am obviously a big VR nerd, but I am always looking to finally getting proper AR glasses. Just ones that look like glasses. I don't want something bulky, I just want regular glasses. And I've been following this project right here.
This is the very first time we're showing these glasses in public. So this is going to be a live demo of conceptual hardware, early software. What could go wrong?
So you guys may have noticed, I snuck a peek back at the shelf.
So these are literally, you couldn't tell that these are smart glasses.
A moment ago. I wasn't paying attention, but let's see if Gemini was. Hey, did you happen to catch the title of the white book that was on the shelf behind me?
The white book is Atomic Habits.
You can, by the way, if you see this little thing, this is a projected screen that she sees. It's very hard to spot, but like when the right light reflects differently, you can see it. It's the same thing on this lens.
Atomic Habits by James Clear.
That is absolutely right. So let's try something harder. I keep losing my hotel key card. Do you know where I last left the card?
The hotel key card is to the right of the music record.
I think there is a...
For someone as forgetful as me, that's a killer app. All right, now let's see how the AI can connect the physical world with your digital content and take action.
This is my first time in Vancouver, and I love going on walks. So why don't you navigate me to a park nearby with...
So this is like a simulated her POV.
Views of the ocean.
Okay, I am starting navigation to Lighthouse Park, which has magnificent views of the Pacific Ocean. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Honestly, with these directions and a 3D map, I should be all set, and hopefully I won't look like a tourist.
This stuff is so freaking... Can you imagine how productive you could be Imagine cooking. You are cooking, and you say, put a 15-minute timer on this pot, 10-minute timer on this pan, 3 minutes on that pot. Instantly, you have timers on every single one of your things. It's these tiny, every single day things that are just optimized perfectly. This would be so cool. And obviously people are cooking up like a bunch of cool things like this, right? This is like true AR, where you like look at a photo and it does a 3D simulation of the photo you can walk into. This is so cool. I cannot wait until we get this stuff. I love this. I love this. People talk about this being a dystopia. Hell no. This is what I want. It's so cool. And like, if you don't know, there has been a massive arms race between Apple, Samsung, and Meta now. All three of them are just rushing to get the first proper AR glasses. It's great. How does it connect to anything? I think it's feeding off of your phone. I don't think they can put that much computing in just the glasses. Because, like, I think the big thing with glasses, like, people don't want to look at their phones, right? Like, everyone's talking about getting away from their phone. I think having glasses do that is a very good way to do that. Because, like, it will give you all the, like, actual crucial information, like phone calls and everything that you need to know. But you won't be tempted to keep scrolling, you know? So, in this paradoxical way, by putting a screen directly in front of your eyeballs, you will actually spend less time on the screen. So I think this is actually a very good step. Optimize cheating in exams. I think we're going to have a big problem with education, by the way. Because I think education, like, this has already been a thing. The big problem with education even now is that it still teaches you to remember, not to understand. University, and not even all universities, because I have a friend who took a different course. His university is still very much on remembering. University is really the first thing where I started to realize that most professors are trying to teach you how to think and how to understand instead of just remember nonsense, right? Because, like, I remember grade 5, grade 6 math, we were finally given, like, the formula sheets. And, like, who the hell cares to remember a formula? You don't need to you don't need to remember it, you need to understand what it does. And that's just like one small example. Most other lessons are just about like, remember this. Ah, yes. I'll remember these weird facts that don't help me at all and not actually understand them. So I think with like the upcoming AI stuff, it's gonna be very, very important to figure out how do we teach people to use AI as extensions of intelligence rather than replacements. Because there's already like early studies that now that people use AI, critical thinking is plummeting. Because people just outsource thinking to AI. And that's really, really bad. And I realized this like in grade 5. I was like, why am I remembering this? So we got screens, then phones, watches, and now glasses. In some time, they'll implement something in my eyes. I don't think, if you want to hear like my super, super big picture thing of how I think this is going to happen, I don't think we will, I don't think we will get implants for a very, very long time. I think we're going to start getting things that are sent directly into your brain, but non-invasively. It's going to start, I've talked about this a lot, just so you know that I'm not insane, okay? I keep bringing this up. BCI patent. So patents don't mean anything, right? So this is not a thing that exists, but Apple has been looking into implanting little EEGs into their AirPods so they could read your brain activity, and then they would use that for a bunch of different things, right? For mostly inputs. So this is the first thing you're going to see. You're going to have technology that reads your either muscle inputs or brain. Like Meta now has a thing that goes around your wrist, and it reads like the muscles that go here. The next thing is going to be things that read your brain, and then we're going to start sending things into the brain. And only then, when we've maxed out that, then I think you're going to start looking into like actual cyberpunk things where we're modifying the body. So I don't think we're going to be implanting anything into your eye. I think that we're just going to start sending stuff into your brain and out of your brain in like a pseudo like VR thingy, right? So I think that's where we're headed. Because I don't think the general public would ever want to get stuff implanted. There are people who implant, like I even had a professor. My professor had a thing under his skin that works as a key, right? So he didn't have a key card or anything. He just scanned his hand. He had a chip in his hand. But the general public is not going to do that. So you need stuff that is non-invasive, right? Every single successful technology has been first and foremost non-invasive, even in medicine too. So I think all of this stuff is exciting. I can't wait to see where it goes. And when we finally get good AR glasses, I'll be the first one to buy them. Yes. Critical thinking can also be enhanced by analyzing AI responses. I just worry that a lot of people don't want to think nowadays. They just don't want to think at all. They don't want to think. It's dangerous not to think. People want to feel instead of think. There'll be wearable human sensors that train an AI about you. Yeah, I think so. I have to worry about my intrusive thoughts and the intrusive thoughts of other people. I'm actually way more positive about this than it sounds. I don't think it's going to be triggered by your intrusive thoughts. I find this stuff exciting. I find it very, very exciting. I love technology. I have always been very optimistic about all of these technologies. How do you think jobs will get affected? I think it's going to be really, really bad. I think most people will be replaced, and then we're going to move into an entirely new era of whether or not, like, what are we going to do with AI? Like, I think we need to figure out what to do in the short term, but I think in the 10-15 year horizon, most jobs will be replaced, and there will be nothing you could do about it. Literally as simple as that. I think there will be entirely new industries that spring up and entirely new like horizons of technology that we haven't even imagined. But obviously there'll be short-term pains and they'll be really, really bad. But I mean, don't listen to me. I always stress this. I'm a goofy man on the internet who talks about anime. I don't know. I have a degree in economics and I talk about anime for a living. I don't know what's gonna happen with AI. But let me just say this. There's a reason why Gaben, the man behind Steam, there's a reason why he's working on BCIs. He has a BCI company. So I'm not insane. I am not the only one talking about this. I must always remind people that there are lots and lots and lots of very, very respectable, very smart people who are working on this stuff.